welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're going to do the Flight Factor Airbus 350-900 extra wide body. It's going to be a cold and dark startup with mcdu. So without further delay, let's just jump right in and go after it, shall we? Alright, here we are. This is a very nice airplane. Looks very good. Take a look around if you haven't ever really seen one yet. You're considering getting this. This thing has got a massive cockpit on it there. It's just unreal how much room is actually in here. The detail is so nice. Quite a bit of headroom and all. Okay, we will go for what we're here for. First of all, we need to go up top and we will turn on the batteries. There's 4 switches here for the batteries. I always go left to right. There we go. Got those on. Then we'll hit for the aiders and whoops. There we go. There we go. Okay, all 3 are on. Now we need to go back down and turn some lights on here. So let's go over here to the console lighting and crank them up. You'll see everything lights up around it. And then we'll get the pop-up window out here and bring it out. Now this is all basically pilot discretion of what you want to set up. Some things you definitely need to do, but a lot of it is just choices such as time flow, fast or real, difficulty levels, structural levels, that kind of thing. If you're pilot here in the US, you want to change this setting when you first open it up. It's going to be in metric, so you're going to want to go to inches. And the transition altitude when you first open this plane up is going to be metric standards also, which is going to be a 5,000 foot transition. So you'll need to change that to 18,000. After you get everything all set up in here, then click on Save Current, and that'll save your settings that you have done. Then you go over here, and this is the Cockpit Auto Prep. Click on it, and then Force Align the IRS. Click on it, and there you go. Now let's come up here to where it says Options. Click on that, and we're going to drop down to Ground Service. Doors and hatches, we're going to load config, and that way it is all the doors that is needed for loading. And you can hear them probably in the background opening. Now we'll go over to ground equipment. Now if you hit auto config, you're going to get some things that you really don't need when you're sitting at a gate. So I usually don't hit that. I just come over here and I need a fuel truck and I need luggage. And if you're sitting in Phoenix in the middle of the summer, you can do air conditioning. Plane is at the gate, and then we need ground power on. There you go. And if you don't have a another source for pushback, you can always click on this pushback, and that will do what you need to do. Personally, I like a better pushback. X-Plane has a real good job of that in both 11 and 12. Okay, now we can click back, and we will go here to airplane, and the first thing we want to do is go to cabin and turn up the lights in the back, because the staff back there is going to chew you out and start beeping your buzzer. Then click on passengers here, and we're just going to hold there for a minute and pop that back in. Now that we've done that, we need to go back up and set some things up here. Now as you can see, you got some things that are lit up that needs to be turned off. So what we'll do is we'll go down our flow, left side, beginning, top to bottom, Nothing there that needs to be done. Center area, top to bottom. These need to be on. Anything that says off needs to be on. Come on down, click. This needs to go to normal. This is cockpit temperature and the cabin temperature. Click, on, and auto. Click, and come on down. I turn on the pitot heat at this point, and these go to auto. Strobe light auto, beacon on, nav on, logo auto, master switch for the APU on, seatbelts on, no smoking on, and arm the emergency lighting. Now at this point in time, we'll be waiting for the APU to start up, and we can go down here and you will see that you still have some screens that are blacked out, and once the APU gets going, that will render that situation working. And it takes just a few minutes for it to start up. Today's flight, we're going to be setting that up in the mcdu, is Dallas Fort Worth to Seattle, Tacoma, Washington. Alright. Oh, we forgot to hit the start. I knew there was something going on and it didn't take that long before. Okay, my bad. We got it back going. Take just a couple minutes here and we'll have it going here. There we go. Now it's active. You can see these screens here came to life, all of them here. Now we'll go back up top and we'll wait until the start switch says available, and we can turn on the APU bleed at that time. And there we go. Now we can kick that on and it will take care of the rest of the stuff for us here. And now we need to come down the right side, and we still have some switches that are off, so we need to turn them on, adjust the temperatures, and here, there we go. Always remember to do your cargo area. Grandma's puppy might be down there, and you don't want to get hit over the head with the umbrella. Anyway, here we go. Now that that is done, we will bounce back here and kill the master caution and pop this back out because we're going to need it. So let's go down to the mcdu and bring that with us, because that's going to be needed in order to do the mcdu. So hit init, and our flight is from DFW to SeaTac. /KSEA, and pop it up right here at the top right, and then it brings up, once you have your flight plan loaded in, then it will pop it in for you right here, and you hit insert, and now that has made a flight plan with it. Now our alternate airport is going to be Portland, which is PDX, and we will put that in there. And our flight number for this flight is American 228, so AAL228, and that goes here. And our cost index for this flight is 1515, and the flight cruise level is going to be 400, and click that there. And we're not quite done here yet. If you look over here, you'll see wind. Click right beside it and request wind, and now it generates that for you, and then you can hit return. And then we need to go down here to this sideways arrow to the right and click on it, and it will bring up our ZFW and our block fuel. So we're going to put 2 there, and we will put 20 there, and we'll put, say, 20 there, And we're gonna have like 150 there. How's that? There we go. And now with we need to add our baggage and so forth. Put one there. And go here and put 2 there. 1. Oh, I'm sorry. That should be 2. Enter. 1. Enter. And bulk or have 1. So we will enter that. Alright, now with that all entered in, if you look down bottom here, you will see a bunch of numbers and everything that's been generated. For this flight, we will need to put in implement it. And so far everything looks good. It's in the green. Now the passengers and cargo are loaded, and this is our numbers for our ZFW 174.2 slash 40% for 0.0, and we will do that there. And now we need to go to fuel, and we have to enter in each thing from our flight plan here, and trip is going to be 17872. 17872, enter. And our alternative fuel is going to be, or our alternate, 3066, enter. And then our contingency fuel, we're going to need 15 minutes at 1309. 1309, enter. And remember, these fuel weights are in kilograms. So when you're doing your sim brief, make sure it is in metric and not in US pound weight. And now APU time is in minutes, so we'll say 10 minutes. And then our taxi time is also in minutes, so we'll say 20. And then our final reserve is going to be, let's see what it has to say there. It is 2289. 2289. Enter. And there we go. Now we've got that all set up, and we can implement it. Now the fuel is loaded on board, and you can see on the wings here you have 11% on each side and nothing in the center tanks. So now we will look down here for fuel on board, of what we have. Everything's distributed, approximate range on our fuel in kilometers, and now we have right here in kilogram is what we need to put over here in our block fuel, which is going to be 25.6. 25.6. And the way we did that is, if you look right here at 25.5, there's an 8 and an 8 behind it. So typically you could probably go ahead and that would bring that up one, so it'd probably be more like 25.7. So we'll do that and put it there, and then we will see how everything looks at this point in time. Alright, now with that being done, we need to go to our flight plan, and we need to go to DFW departure, and our departure runway is going to be 18 left, and we are departing on the Hoodad 2 with no SID, and insert that, and you're going to get a discontinuity discount there because the tower is going to be telling you what to do if you're online, so we can just clear that out of our way and insert what we're doing. Okay, now we need to go down to the bottom to Seattle, click beside it, go up top right, arrival, and pick our arrival information. which we are going to be doing the 3-4 right for arrival, ILS. There it is. And we're on the China 5 and Novia and PDT Portland. There we go. Insert it. And now we need to run down through our flight plan here and make sure that we have no boo-boo. Ah, there we go. Now see, you can leave that there if you want, because if you're flying on ATC on VATSIM, then you may get manual vectors on where to go, what you're doing, that kind of stuff. But for the sake of this video, we'll go ahead and clear it out. Clear out manual, and then come back and clear out the discount, and then hit insert, and now that straightens all that out, and you will fly directly the way it's supposed to go there. Okay, now we can go back to our flight plan. That's all in there. And now we need to go to our perf, and then we have to go to our perf calculator, and it says data out of range. Did that earlier, and I'm still not sure why it's putting our data out of range on us. But I'm going to try something real quick and see if we can get that to do something a little different. I don't believe so. I tried this earlier and it didn't like it, but let's try this. It's still not liking it. One, enter, and 0.0, enter. Ah, there we go. We got it generated today. Very good. Now, the one that I put here was for your flap setting, and then runway slope. You can actually look that up if you want and see what the runway slope is, or you can just put in 0.0 and it will generate the numbers for you. Now that we have all that done, we can go back to our perf here, and we have our perf numbers of 138. Insert it, 138, insert, and our final number is 140. And as you see, there's a flex temp there of 62, but that's never going to fly in here. So you can try 40 and see if that will work for you, but it's not going to on this one. So just leave the flex temp out and you're fine. And then we could go with 1/ there, and that is good. And now next phase, which would be bring you right up here to your approach settings, which you can do when you are getting close to your airport. Now we gotta go back here to the cabin, and we will shut the lights down to take off and go back to our passenger area and relook. Everything's still looking good. Okay, and now we can click that off out of our way, and I'm going to need my Avi tab here, so I'll bring it down here for a minute, and we will click on the airport in which we are going to be going to, which is KSEA, and our arrival is going to be the China 5. And then we go back here, go back to our approach is what we're needing. Runway 34 right is what we are looking for, which is right there. Click on that so we can get the information that we need off of here. There we go, right there. Now there's another thing that you're going to want to do in this area here, which is go ahead and close and lock the door. And now we're going to move up here to our radio stack area, and we are going to click on squawk, and we're going to change left top to master, and we have a number here already that I put in, but just for video sake we'll change that, and I'll show you how to do it, which is you click on squawk, then enter the number, and nothing else needs to be done. When it turns white like that, then it is all set. Now mode, you want it on, so turn it on. Then go up here to nav and hit ILS, click the button and it turns blue, and our ILS is 110.3, so 110.30. Now that's set, and our course is going to be tree 44, so click on that and go tree 44. Now that's all set. Squawk code is set, frequencies are set, and go back to radio, and for this we'll leave it right where it's at 122.8. Now this we don't need in our way any further, so then we come down here to VHF1, turn that on and turn it all the way up, and then go down here to INT, turn that all the way up, turn cab all the way up, and turn the PA all the way up. Now those are all set there, and then you can come over here and you can click on engine as you go by it, and then come over to the other radio stack and hit VHF, and you'll see 122.8, 122.8, so that's set, that's good. Squawk code is set, that's good, and nav is set, and so is that. So all of that is good right there. Now what we need to do is turn these on. Turn it on and turn it up. INT on and up. Cab on and up. PA on and up. There you go. Now all that is set and bubbly. Bubbly. Okay. Now come on down to here, and we are going to turn these 4 switches here on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to set flaps to 1. Very good. And now we will go back up here and take a look. So now we are going to want to go to the left side of this and click on that, and then what we'll do here, bring it over here where you can see, is FMS1, click on the active and go to flight plan, and it generates your flight plan. Now you can use that, but there's one other thing in here that you really need to do and got to do. So click on FMS and come all the way down to SURV, click on that, click on controls. Now there's a bunch of stuff out here that needs to be turned on, so you need to make sure it's on. Click. For some reason the only thing that does is on. Okay, so we'll come over here, TARA, and turn that on. It does come on. And then we come down to the WXR and put all this to auto, and then make sure that's on auto. Then come down to your TAWs and turn these all on. Very good. Now you can come back up here to status of these switches, and now you'll see that they are all on and working, and we'll pop that right back in there. Alright, we now have everything set up and ready to go. So the next thing that you'd want to do is come up here to your top area and go ahead and get everything set up here. On the right side, on the co-pilot side, you're going to turn this one on, turn this one on, but bring this one over to terrain, and then you want to bring this over to arc, and bring this one, I usually put it on 80. That way it can kind of look out a little ways. And now here, the way you change over from 100 to 1000 is you go right above it, and you'll get these two sideways arrows when you go from here to here. You don't have to click either direction, just right click on it and it'll move it over to 1000. And then when you have your little up and down arrows, then you can either go up or down. And our altitude today was 40,000. Now we wouldn't be setting that in real. If we were talking ATC, we would be going by our stars, and we would probably be at Dallas Fort Worth. We'd probably be 7,000 feet on takeoff. Now we can come over here to the captain's side, and we'll turn this one on and this one on, and I like everything to sit on 10 so it is nice and close to begin with, and then I move it over to the arc. And that's another personal preference of how you like set it up. I'm sure you know what you're doing from that point on, but that's how you do this. And now on your altimeter setting, you can change it between US and I'm sorry, I got distracted there. US and metric, and once again you go for them little side arrows there, click on them, unclick it again, and there you go. And then you would set your altimeter, which altimeter right now for Dallas Fort Worth is 2983, so we will bring that down to 29. Oh, it's going the wrong way. Sorry about that. Too far. And then you come over and you have to set your other one too. So there we go. Now that's all set. Everything is ready. The only thing left to do now is call for push start, clearance to push start, whatever you're doing on ATC, if you're doing with or without, and then you are set up to fly. And I'll show you what the outside of this bird looks like. I really like this plane a lot. It is a very nice aircraft. They did a very good job on it here. And you can see we still have all of our doors open, everything. So that will be one thing that we need to take care of, is get rid of all of that. And I'm glad we looked outside so that I can show you that again. Alright, go back to our little pop out here. And then we will go back up here to ground service, doors, close all. All doors are closed. Ground equipment, get rid of it. Fuel truck, luggage, and everything turned off there. And then you can go back down here to cab announcements, in which you can click on it and play it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain and crew would like to welcome you on board this Airbus A350. If you haven't already done so, please stow your carry-on
and you get your little announcement going there.
Or in an overhead bin.
So
The flight crew will do everything possible.
I'll show you the rest of the plane real quick. So we'll bounce back outside. And kind of give you a little view of it here. Getting dark out here now. It was light when I started this video, but guess what? It's now dark. Beautiful airplane though. Lighting and everything is good on it. And now as you see, all the doors are closed and we are ready for push start. All fueled up and got some place to go. Well, once again, I appreciate you watching the video, and as always, Please subscribe. Please, please, please. I'm trying to get subscribers. Please, please, please. I'm begging. I'm begging. I'm begging. Okay, anyway. If you like the video, give it a like. Smash the like button. And once you subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you know when I'm putting something else out there. Alright, and that will do it for us. Everyone have a great night, day, wherever it might be for you. Blue skies.